So what happened in Hamburg?
So I'm walking along the Reeperbahn, which is the red light district in Hamburg, when a man outside a club stops me and he goes, "Come in, have one beer, have a 1 hour show." I had a look at the price of beer and I was like, yeah, okay, maybe. I was not interested in going at all because I was looking for something. I said later. He said, "No, come in, have a look." So I walked in and I saw the place and I ordered my beer, sat down in the little table area, little booth, and these two women come over. They weren't bad looking, a little bit older, but yeah.
What were they wearing? Like, was it...
They were wearing very little.
Oh, okay. So I just want to paint the picture for the audience.
Just the bra and knickers, I think. is what I can remember.
Pantaloons.
So they came in and sat down with me and they said, "Can we have a drink with you?" And they said, "Fraulein." And the waitress came over and took their drink. And obviously they're German, so they can speak in German to the Fraulein. And then they said, "Can we have another drink with you?" And I said, "Yeah." And they say, "Fraulein." And the waitress comes over and they order a drink, and then the drinks come. And then I'm looking at the menu and I can see what looks like €190 for this. And I look over and it's the same drink that says €190. And they've also ordered an orange juice which says €35. So at that point I'm thinking, oh my god, what is going on? And the Fraulein brings over the bill, and I thought it said I thought it said €45. So I thought, okay, that's fine. There's like 450, and I'm like, oh my god. She took 50 from me in cash, so then I had to pay the rest on my card, which I had to sign for. I had to give her my driver's license, and she had to photocopy my card and my driver's license because I didn't have my passport, because the hostel had it, because I hadn't paid for my hostel yet.
So how much did they end up taking from you?
450. And then once I'd paid, the two girls took me into a private room and I sat down and
you got a massive erection.
They danced for a bit. They took money out of my wallet, £20. One took 20, one took 10, and they danced for about 10-20 seconds, and then that was it. They stopped. They said, "You buy another drink and we'll give you more." And I was like, well, no, I've already spent enough. So I tried to get out of there as quickly as I could, and I tried to explain to the bloke, "Look, you told me 1 beer, 1 hour show. I didn't get it." So yeah, I was cheated. And the place I was looking for was like 2 minutes away. Had I just said 9 to the man at the front, then all of that would have been avoided. The place I was looking for was the place where a band I like is playing on the Monday. This was on the Friday. This all happened on the Friday. The day I'd been paid more than £900 for over a month's work wiping plates in a buffet restaurant. So I'd worked for all that money just to have it thrown away like that. You know, I wanted to get it back. I thought to myself, what if I bought the drinks that I'd bought at the bar from a supermarket and took them back to the club and said, "Look, this is what I purchased from you. Give me my money back. We're in the same position as we were before. They've got the stock, I've got my money." That's what I thought could happen. But I couldn't find this wine.
I don't think that happened, did it?
In any supermarket in Hamburg, I looked in every single supermarket and they got about 6 different types of supermarkets.
They've got like 6 supermarkets.
All 6.
And I couldn't find the wine. And I was gonna I looked at Hamburg wine shops, and I just thought, I can't be bothered. But I didn't want to just accept it. I wanted to fight because it's not right. You know, I want that money back in some. I said I would do anything, like never return to Hamburg.
Would you suck dick for blow?
For that much money.
It's so pretty cheap then.
Which I'd worked hard for. Well, I didn't work hard for it.
It's
But
like half a grand.
I worked
Yeah,
shit.
that's so much money.
It is, and it's just, you know, gone. You know,
This is why you always just keep walking.
I know, but I said I'd come and have a look.
Especially in places you don't know.
Why don't you just come and have a
Come
look?
Look, you're in the red light district.
Okay.
We're not doing anything shady here.
This was at 3 in the afternoon.
It's the red.
I imagine this
What?
at night
What?
time.
Jesus Christ.
And another thing, I was going to do a tour of the Hamburg football stadium, and I was at the football stadium having my lunch at all-you-can-eat buffet for £10.50.
The girls were there, weren't they?
No, they weren't.
Throwing your money around.
Yeah. And I thought, well, I want the tour, but it's now 12 o'clock. It's now time for the tour to start, and I'm still eating. I was like, oh, I've probably missed it. So I thought, yeah, I've got plenty of time. I can do the tour another day, and it's just a football stadium. I wouldn't do a tour of the Brighton Stadium, so why would I do a tour of the Hamburg Stadium?
You've worked at the right stadium, so.
Yeah. So I thought, oh, I can wait for the stadium tour another day, because there's also the idea of doing the alternative tour of Hamburg, which appealed to me. But I can't help but think that had I chosen to do that stadium tour, I wouldn't have been in that Raper barn at that moment.
It's an unfortunate name.
It really is.
It's just the way he said it on the underground announcer. Next Haltestelle, Raper barn.
That sounds pleasant.
That sounds like somewhere you want to go.
Yeah, it seems pretty legit.
So, in total, you lost...
€480, which is about £356 sterling.
Fucking hell. That sucks.
No, this suck.
PSA, guys. PSA. End of video.